Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for February 15th, 2013. We are dealing with a very warm weather pattern unfolding as of 8:30 a.m. We have temperatures pushing into the upper 20s to lower 30s over the northern interior and mid 30s along the coast. And notice we have a nice south to southwesterly wind in place around 5 miles per hour. A little bit more calm around the northern interior, especially around northeastern and eastern Pennsylvania. And we do have some areas of fog, mostly due to warm air moving over a 30 plus inch snowpack over portions of Connecticut and Long Island, leading to, of course, that snow is melting and you get some low clouds and fog developing off of that snowpack. And you can expect that on and off throughout the day. The rest of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area can look for scattered cloud cover and temperatures rising into the mid to upper 40s over the northern interior, upper 40s to lower 50s along the coast. A very nice little preview to early spring, but don't get used to it because it is coming to a rapid end and crashing end tonight with an Arctic cold front on the way. Here's our latest infrared satellite picture. You can see a series of cold fronts here. These cold fronts are with the subtropical jet stream, and of course have already passed to the south. To the south of these cold fronts, we're looking at 70s. Very nice weather conditions indeed. However, this is our polar cold front. Now, this cold front is basically going to collapse, and the main cold front is going to become this Arctic cold front that's going to race to the east. Ahead of this cold front, obviously, temperatures are going to be very warm. As this cold front is moving through late tonight, generally a dry frontal passage, but as disturbances start to move over this cold front, look for scattered snow showers to develop towards tomorrow morning, looking anywhere from 1 to 2 inches, if that. Most locations might not see anything but a dusting. It's really not going to be any major impact whatsoever. More of a nuisance and a bit of an issue if you're driving, making some slick roadways. Then we're going to be dealing with a series of disturbances moving along this cold front as the cold front sets up off the coast, leading to the potential for more scattered snow showers, and throughout the whole weekend looking at maybe 1 to 4 inches of snow region wide. More snow potential as you head towards the coast, less as you head to the west of the Delaware River. So when we take a look at the radar, you can see there really isn't much out here with this cold front, just a few scattered showers. This is not a major precipitation event whatsoever. Now take a look at the water vapor satellite picture. This is getting pretty interesting. We have this storm here that's a little bit further to the west than what I thought it was going to be, than the model guidance thought it would be. And so it's slowing down the weather pattern just enough over the east to make some interesting potential interactions here. This is our subtropical jet stream right here, our polar jet stream, and our Arctic jet stream. Now, the whole idea for this weekend is that the disturbances with the Arctic, polar, and subtropical jet stream are not going to be able to fully phase because we're dealing with what's called a progressive weather pattern. However, model guidance of late has shifted the potential here a little bit further to the west because we're dealing with a little bit more blocking in the northern Atlantic and what's called a negative NAO. On that respect, this disturbance right here is what keeps everything a little bit more progressive and keeps that storm off the coast. What's key here is that if this slows down just a little bit, then you end up with a deeper trough in the east. The Arctic disturbance is a little bit further south, a little bit faster, a little bit deeper, and that leads to a little bit better potential for phasing along the coast. It's not expected right now, but it's something we really have to watch because a slight slowdown of this disturbance by less than 6 hours, and you're dealing with a little bit different type of scenario setting up along the East Coast. Right now, again, just looking for scattered snow showers this weekend and 1 to 4 inches in general, but we're going to have to watch this very carefully. So here we are for this afternoon and evening. You can see we have dry conditions in place, warm temperatures in the 40s to lower 50s. Very nice weather conditions indeed. This evening, the cold front starts to approach. After 1 a.m., look for scattered snow showers to move through. Scattered snow showers will linger over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Again, looking at 1 to 2 inches for the most part. Really not a big deal here as far as snow shower potential. By the time we get to Saturday afternoon, notice we are starting to see these disturbances get very close to each other. So subtropical or polar, and there's our Arctic disturbance. And this upper level low really getting its act together very nicely. And in the meantime, we have an area of low pressure trying to develop off the North Carolina coast. Now, again, we're going to have scattered snow showers lingering, especially along the coast, throughout the weekend, especially on Saturday. And then as we move on to Saturday night, look what's starting to develop along the coast here. You know, a pretty good precipitation starting to develop. A nice fetch with the subtropical disturbance starting to phase with the polar disturbance. We clearly have something unfolding here on Saturday night. Gets a little bit even more concerning late on Saturday night because this starts to go into a negative tilt and this low pressure system really gets its act together. But notice all the heavy, steady snow is off the coast, possibly maybe clipping Long Island here. So you have this negatively tilted trough, but the polar subtropical disturbances starting to interact but haven't fully phased. And here's our Arctic disturbance starting to get in the mix, but again hasn't phased. The reason why everything is kind of being held back here is because the whole weather pattern here is shifted a little bit further to the east because of this disturbance here. So you get this ridge that is being pushed to the east of Montana, which leads to this trough being pushed a little bit further east. So the storm track is, again, a little bit too far over the Atlantic to produce any steady snowfall for the Philadelphia, New York City metropolitan area. But we're dealing with a very close call here, make no doubt about it. This is a very close call for the Philadelphia, New York City metropolitan area, especially for the New Jersey coast up through Long Island and Connecticut. Again, right now, looking at light snow showers here. We're on the very edge of the storm. But if this disturbance is a little bit slower and this ridge is a little bit further west, then this phase happens earlier. And you can see by the time you get into Sunday afternoon, that phase happens, but it happens too far out into the Atlantic. So your heavy snowstorm is basically for the fishes and around Cape Cod, and you miss a major storm. Very windy on Sunday, very cold, with scattered snow showers, but not any heavy snow. This is going to have to be watched very carefully over the next couple of hours, over the next several, about 24 to 48 hours, see exactly how this evolves. Right now, stays off the coast, but we're going to have to keep an eye on those disturbances. That lifts out. We end up with high pressure on Monday, warmer conditions, a strong cold front moves through on Tuesday with scattered showers, and then we end up with another cold weather pattern for Wednesday, and then Thursday we're going to watch another storm evolve and shift towards the East Coast for Thursday night and Friday. Could be a rather interesting storm for the northern mid-Atlantic. So definitely stormy times ahead. Plenty of potential here and something we're going to have to keep an eye on for this upcoming weekend. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. I'll be keeping an eye on this storm throughout the entire weekend. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com or nynjpaweather on Twitter or Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.